The 2026 Winter Paralympics have officially begun in Italy, bringing together hundreds of elite athletes from around the world. Held across Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, the Games run from March 6th to March 15th, 2026, featuring incredible athletic performances and powerful stories of determination. But this year's Paralympics are also unfolding amid political tensions, global conflicts, and historic milestones. In this video, we'll break down the schedule, sports, athletes to watch, and the major storylines shaping the 2026 Winter Paralympics. The Winter Paralympics are the world's biggest international sporting event for athletes with physical, visual, or intellectual disabilities. The 2026th edition is the 14th Winter Paralympic Games, organized by the International Paralympic Committee. More than 600 athletes from about 55 nations are competing this year. Across 10 days of competition, athletes will compete in 79 medal events across 6 winter sports. This year is also special because it marks the 50th anniversary of the Winter Paralympics, which began in 1976. From alpine skiing to ice hockey, these games celebrate both elite athleticism and the global Paralympic movement. The 6 sports featured at the 2026 Winter Paralympics are para-alpine skiing, para-biathlon, para-cross-country skiing, para-snowboard, para-ice hockey, and wheelchair curling. One of the new highlights this year is the debut of mixed doubles wheelchair curling, where teams of 2 athletes compete together. Competitions are taking place across northern Italy, including alpine resorts and Olympic venues used during the 2026 Winter Olympics. Events started early on March 4th with wheelchair curling, while the official opening ceremony took place on March 6th at the historic Arena di Verona. The Games will conclude with the closing ceremony on March 15th in Cortina d'Ampezzo. One of the biggest storylines this year is the return of star Paralympic athletes chasing historic achievements. American cross-country skier Jake Adikoff, who is visually impaired, is aiming to win multiple gold medals after already earning several medals in previous Paralympics. Another athlete making headlines is Joe Butterfield of Great Britain, who hopes to become one of the few athletes to medal in both the Summer and Winter Paralympics. Meanwhile, U.S. para-Nordic skier Erin Norton is competing in her second Paralympics after surviving a spinal cord injury in a climbing accident. She now trains nearly year-round while also working as a nurse. These personal journeys highlight the spirit of the Paralympics, showing how athletes overcome major challenges to compete at the highest level. Another major storyline involves dominant nations in winter parasports. Countries like China, the United States, and Ukraine have historically performed strongly and are expected to be among the top medal contenders again. For many athletes, these games represent the pinnacle of years of training and dedication. However, the 2026 Winter Paralympics are also taking place during a period of global political tensions. One major controversy surrounds the return of Russian and Belarusian athletes competing under their national flags. Because of this decision, several countries, including Ukraine and other European nations, have chosen to boycott the opening ceremony. Some delegations skip the ceremony as a form of protest against Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine. There are also geopolitical issues affecting participation. Due to rising security concerns linked to global conflict, Iran's only athlete scheduled to compete could not attend the Games. Despite these tensions, organizers say the Paralympics remain a platform for unity and international cooperation. The opening ceremony, themed Life in Motion, celebrated transformation and inclusivity, highlighting the resilience of athletes with disabilities. The Paralympics are more than just sports competitions. They play a major role in promoting accessibility, inclusion, and representation for people with disabilities worldwide. The 2026 Winter Paralympics are expected to be one of the largest Winter Paralympics ever, with record participation and growing global attention. Every athlete competing here has already overcome incredible obstacles, whether recovering from injuries, adapting to disabilities, or pushing the limits of adaptive sports technology. For fans watching around the world, the Games are an opportunity to witness extraordinary performances performances, and inspiring human stories. The 2026 Winter Paralympics promise 10 days of thrilling competition, emotional moments, and unforgettable achievements. From groundbreaking new events to inspiring athletes and even global political tensions, these games are shaping up to be one of the most talked about Paralympics in history. As the competition continues in Italy, the world will be watching to see who wins the medals and who writes the next chapter in Paralympic history.